Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your triple reading. So, I wanted to give all of the signs more of a personal feel to the readings. You know, when you come here and I'm doing just one reading for the month, and your question is more about your career, and I'm doing it more and I'm reading it more as a love reading because they are general, you might feel like you're not resonating. So, this way, you get to choose why you're here. So, I will be pulling the cards on camera for love in this section, and you'll find all of these in the timestamps. And then in this section, I'll do a totally different reading with totally different decks. I'll be pulling charms and runes and healing crystals for them all. That's where those will be. So for your finances, you know, your cash, your wealth, your career, you would want to pick the wealth. And then for happiness, this is for anything that needs to transform in your life. So we have the butterfly representing transformation. So this would be kind of like advice from the universe. What might need to transform to bring you that absolute happiness or success that you're looking for. So then you would want to choose this one. If you want to know about all three, feel free to watch everything. If you want to know about love, career, and happiness. But this way, when the cards come out, instead of saying, well, if it's about love, then it would be this. And if it's about career, then it would be about this. Because a lot of the cards, you can read them different ways. So that's why we always say these are general readings. You know, when you get a personalized reading, you have a question. We know how to read the cards because of your question. So this is kind of giving me your question. I would like to know about my love life. I would like to know about my money. I would like to know how to make myself happy. Okay? So with that being said, Capricorn, I will see you in timestamps. All right, so in here is your rune and charms and all of the stuff that we pulled. And we'll get to that in a moment. The rune I pulled is from my relationship runes. So the meanings are a little different when it comes to relationships versus the original. I'll show you when we get to that. All right, so let's go ahead and see your overall energy for like these oracle cards. We have choices. This is very similar to the Lover's card. It is, the Lover's card is about a choice. And then we have obedience. Now this to me is like the Justice card. As you can see, she is blindfolded, she is holding scales, and she has the Sword of Truth in her hand. So Justice and the Lovers sort of energy going on here. I'm going to put your tarot cards right here for a moment, and let's get to these oracles. Ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. So if you are kind of going through a new phase, you've completed, you've kind of learned and heightened, and you've completed a phase, you'd be ascending your vibration, like almost leveling up. What do we have here? End of a learning cycle. So, you know, like I was saying here, where this says learning, expansion, new phase, and it's about ascending. So I feel like you've completed a cycle and you are moving on and up. What do we have here? Helping others and mentor. So we'll see how that plays into the reading as well. Let's get the tarot cards and then we'll get to the tea leaves. So these are my clarifying cards. Alright, so we have, this is Master. This is equivalent to like the Devil card. As you can see, it's like a jail. The heart is caged in. Then we have moving on. This is similar to, this is the Eight of Cups, basically. Walking away from what's no longer serving us. Moving on to to find our emotional fulfillment, because what is currently going on is not, you know, it's a lonely feeling of I've tried and I've tried and I've tried, and I'm coming to the realization that it's not gonna improve, so I need to move on. And then we have 9, which is well-deserved reward. This is the 9 of Pentacles. It's where you're putting yourself on a pedestal, where you are emotionally and financially independent. You are securing yourself. You're bringing in your own abundance. Basically, I mean, putting yourself on a pedestal is a good way to say it with that, because you're not relying on anybody else to bring your happiness, that sort of thing. I want to look at one thing here. I want to see how this, because this is the relationship, the psychic tarot, but the relationship version. So that's why I decided to go with this book, or this deck, for the love reading. So, you know, like I said, this represents the devil in the traditional tarot. And the keywords talk about fear, identify, release, negativity, freedom, and love. Fear and doubt often prevent a relationship from flowering, from manifesting. In matters of the heart, they can restrict and confine. They prevent you from opening to the joy and the love that's waiting for you. A fearful heart closes in upon itself and sees only negativity and doubt. Your fears can even make you question your own value, causing you to wonder whether you're worthy of being loved, or if you'll ever find it. These thoughts, if not controlled, will manifest more of the same, continuing in a never-ending destructive cycle. And look what we've just done. We are ending a cycle. We've learned that, and we are releasing that negative thoughts that keep us in a cage, where we are feeling like we aren't good enough, we don't deserve love. And that's when you finally have that realization. That's when you walk away and say, you know what, I deserve. So this doesn't necessarily mean you're walking away from a person or relationship. You could be walking away from an old way of thinking, feeling negative, feeling low about yourself. You're finally ascending. You're putting yourself on a pedestal. All right, let's see the clarifying cards. All right, so the Five of Wands talks about conflict, competition. Fives are not balanced. Fives are when things are changing and uncomfortable. So that would be clarifying the Devil here, when things are changing out of that, that uncomfortable or negative vibration. And then we have the King of Pentacles. This is you showing up in the heart of your reading here. You moving on from what is no longer serving you. The King of Pentacles can make something out of nothing. He's like a self-made man, very hardworking, or woman. And then here we have Justice again. As you can see, she has the scales, the sword of truth. Her eyes are closed instead of being blindfolded. So, Justice card for finally you realize your worth. You realize the cause and effect of what you were doing to yourself before. And underneath the deck we had the Empress. So underneath everything we have this beautiful, abundant, nurturing energy where, again, you are nurturing yourself, putting yourself on that pedestal. Self-love. I mean, that really tells it all right there, with the Empress, of nurturing yourself, having self-love, healing, ascending, all of it. Let's see the tea leaves here. Disappointment in a friend or a lover. So a lot of this love reading can be about self-growth, like finally you will draw in what is healthy and good for you, because you know your worth, you're ascending to a higher vibration. And for some of you, it can actually be where you walked away from a person. The person could be somewhat narcissistic or toxic. Having the Five of Wands here, there could have been a lot of arguing or butting heads, very stubborn person, and you've decided that it's ran its course and you have moved on. So this is acknowledging for some of you that it very well may be realizing that this friend or lover is not ascending with you. So it, was brought to your attention that it's time to move on. Let's see the other tea leaf. We have Box. You will receive a gift. So the gift, in a sense, could be the very gift of self-love and putting yourself on the pedestal and ascending. For some of you, we have, the Empress. She is pregnant. She is all about abundance. So you might be getting maybe a new baby, or maybe you know, this abundance coming in. Maybe some money is coming your way or a gift. All right, so we have the months of the year. December, look at that. So that might even be, for some of you, your birthday being Capricorn. So whatever it is, if you're thinking, you know, when are, you know, if you're talking to someone and you're like, when are we finally going to get together? Or when is, you know, when are things going to finally start turning around? Or when am I going to meet somebody new? Whatever your question is for love, December might be a key month for you. And your crystal is beautiful. And it, you know, all of these are healing crystals. But usually they say, you know, this one is an actual healer. It's called the Golden Healer. Abundance, expansion, golden rays. So these are the key words. Abundance with the Empress. Expansion, we're ascending here. Universal life force flows strongly with the Golden Healer. With an exceedingly high vibration, Golden Healer carries bioscalar waves and an abundant form that increases in spatial mass. This potent energy can expand awareness across multiple dimensions, transforming your vibration all the way down to the cells of your body. So this is showing me that this ascension, this you know, the ending of a learning cycle. This is basically, there is no going backward in this. You're not going to make the same mistake again. This is, you know, on a cellular level, changing you as you know, you'll never be the same after this. So connected to the solar plexus, this stone allows the highest form of healing for your identity and self-worth, releasing astral trauma that may have affected you and been passed down through your family lineage. That is beautiful. Okay. Let's see what charms we have. And rune. Let's get your rune. Okay, so this, in relationships, this is the rune of perseverance. And boy, have you shown perseverance through all of this. It takes perseverance to get through a cycle, and to complete it to where you actually don't have to repeat it. So in traditional rune, when we're not reading that as a relationship, that would be harvest. So harvest is abundance. So you can't go wrong with that. I want to put these to this. Let's go ahead and roll these now so I can get them. So these numbers might mean something. All right, so we have 5 and 1. So that could be 51, 15. This one has 12 sides. So this I represent for like months of the year, and then this has, what does this have? 20. So it doesn't have like a full month, but 5 and 1, that actually in numerology that would become a 6. So and look at here, we have 15. That becomes, you know, it becomes balance with the 6. The 5 is imbalance, and then adding those together in numerology, that becomes a 6, which brings in emotional fulfillment. Oh wow, you have amethyst, the amethyst healing crystal. I hope you can see that. It's purple. That is a very healing crystal. It is great for detoxing as well. So with the devil energy, reading it in that sense, where we need to shed any negative, like all of that negative stuff, detoxing our old ways, whether it's actual addictions or, negative self-talk and those sort of things. All right, what do we have? Oh my goodness. So we have, this is my charm for the Empress, because the Empress is about reproduction and rabbits, and also about nature and nurture. So we have the rabbit. So that you got the Empress again. And then we have the book. And the book is about knowledge and wisdom. And so it's reiterating, like, you have learned what you needed to learn in this cycle. All about putting yourself on a pedestal, self-love. And that's when true love can really come in. If you are in a current relationship, that's when it can really just expand and explode to, I finally know my worth and I finally love myself. So that, of course, once you love yourself, that's when you can fully love someone else. You can fully believe that someone loves you. For those of you that this is about a disappointment in a friend or a lover, healing from a toxic relationship, whether they're a narcissist or just toxic in being the wrong match for you. And then a lot of times we don't heal from that, and then we get into something else, and then we keep feeling like we're, it's like the same situation but different person, So this is on a cellular level changing you to where you're not going to choose someone like that again. And as soon as you see any red flags or signs, you will, you're carrying the sword of truth now. The scales are balanced in your favor. So yeah, this is beautiful. Absolutely. Absolutely beautiful. Okay. So Capricorn, if you would like to hear about what will bring you happiness and success, or for your career and finances, stick around for the other readings. Otherwise, I will catch you in my next one. Thank you so much. Welcome, Capricorn, to your wealth, career, and finances reading. Welcome, Capricorn, to your money, wealth, career, and finance reading. So let's get started. I'm actually remembering I didn't pull a healing stone. So let me go ahead and do that. I pulled a healing crystal card, but alright, so we have our charms and things in here. Let's go ahead and get to the oracle cards. Higher purpose. Align yourself with love and wisdom. The energy of a sun in Pisces. We have a number 12. Align yourself with love and wisdom. Higher purpose. Balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Very beautiful. It looks like this person here is finding their balance, doing some meditating. All right. Let's do the tarot cards. So, Four of Wands, clarified by the Queen of Cups. Four of Wands is a pause to celebrate. A lot of times it can represent the marriage card. However, this is a career reading. So it is a pause to celebrate something, a celebration. The Queen of Cups is very intuitive. She is like a Pisces energy there. She is the most intuitive queen. She is kind of mastered her emotions. So aligning yourself with love and wisdom. So maybe coming at things, approaching your career in a more loving way. Let's go ahead and get more into this. Okay, we have the Emperor right there in the center of the reading, the Emperor. So he is the authority figure, the boss. Very strong to have that as the center of your wealth reading. Wow. Clarifying it is the Judgment card. So this is like finding your purpose. And then we have higher purpose here. So it's like this can represent like a rebirth and second chances as well. But because we have higher purpose here, this talks about finding your purpose and things. Wow. Okay. Wait a minute. Oh, we have the Five of Wands. So we move from the Four of Wands to the Five of Wands. So this is when we get things are changing, so it can cause conflict, competition, a little bit of chaos going on. And then we have the Knight of Cups. So there is movement with emotions. So I feel like what this is trying to tell us here, align yourself with love and wisdom. This person's coming in just with their emotions, and when emotions are high, intelligence is low. You know, this is telling us align yourself with love and wisdom. So we need a balance, right? These are telling us what this is doing, like what's going wrong here. So the advice is to don't come from such an emotional place where it's so heightened that you are forgetting to use wisdom. Let's see the underlying, under the deck, Five of Pentacles. So this can feel, this is loss. This is lack, loss of money. It can also talk about feeling out in the cold, or being ghosted, like no contact, no communication. Okay, so I feel like the person that is coming in with their emotions could feel alone in a situation, so they're coming in with hurt feelings in whatever this endeavor is, but we can get more into it. So the healing crystal might help us a little more. This is a healing crystal called cobalto calcite. So I have different calcite here. This is a ocean calcite, and the yellow. This is like a pink. It's for love, emotional healing, and compassion. Okay, so this could actually be the flip of the coin, where when we are kind of in our lower vibration energy of the Emperor, we can be coming with zero compassion. A healthy Emperor is a very compassionate but thorough and strong and powerful leader. However, if you're lacking the compassion in that lower negative vibration, then that would be telling us to use more love and compassion. So trying to be a balanced, having a second chance, I feel like, with this Emperor energy. So this talks about love is all you need, especially with this calcite, a stone of unconditional love and forgiveness. This crystal promotes emotional healing above all else. It fosters compassion for yourself, exuding the confidence that your self-worth can only be cultivated from within. Self-love rituals are encouraged with this stone, especially those that nourish and honor your body as a temple. This calcite amplifies the vibration of love, nurturing your inner child and giving you endless energetic hugs. You are always supported. And it is ruled by Venus, as far as, it has the energy of Cancer and Venus. Cancer is that water sign, like the Queen of Cups here. And then Venus being the love. So I feel like it's finding that healthy balance between being wise, like the Emperor, but also coming with love and compassion. Higher purpose, that's what this is. Let's see what we have here. So your tea leaves. Increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. So this is the boot for the tea leaves. And then we got ant, work, achievement, success. Wow. Okay, so underneath everything, if you are feeling a lack, feeling out in the cold, or a loss of money, try to align yourself with a good balance of love and wisdom. It feels like you have a second chance here at your purpose. And let's see when things will come together. A significant month. I pulled 1 month for you. June. Okay, sorry about that. There's some wild family members going on. So yeah, so you have June. I am thinking that when this could have possibly started, whatever the conflict, the imbalance, the change, whatever's going on that started here in June, and you're still kind of maybe in the midst of it, and this is your advice for that. All right, let's see. Let's get these. Oh, look, we have, wow, we got a love, a rose quartz is your healing crystal when I pulled out of the bag of stones, and it's talking about coming with more love. So rose quartz is that unconditional love. It can be self-love or love for someone else. Here is our rune. And I'm going to go ahead, I'll get to the rune in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and see if we can get any more numbers maybe for a month or day. All right, so we have 10, which could be October, and then we have 5 that can represent, October 5, or, the 5 is this, the 5 of Wands. 15 could mean something to you. However, maybe when things start, when income really starts coming in, could possibly be the month of October for you, because that's could be talking about the 5 of Pentacles there. Or be careful, because in the month of October there could be some loss, so maybe put some money away now. But we do have work, achievement, and success for the ant, and then increase your efforts if you want to achieve your goals. So there's a lot of advice here, and let's see what your charms are. Wow. We have the dragonfly that represents spirit. It's very heart chakra type reading here for such a when it's about wealth and finances and career. And then we have the tree, so putting down those roots, planting those pentacles for your 10 of Pentacles. That's a beautiful sign. There's growth. So spirit, this could be saying, spirit's with you. You're on the right track. I mean, when you have the Judgment card, that is, you're having this rebirth or the second chance at something, finding your purpose. That is spirit all the way, protecting your dream here, your goal. So let's get to this rune. And this is movement. So this is the rune for movement. So that's kind of wonderful as far as getting things moving again. And possibly this is talking about, when I was first reading this is saying, maybe, emotions are high, so intelligence is low. But this is actually saying, when it's coming to the imbalance here, it's saying to come in with your, come in with compassion. That's what all of this other stuff was saying. So when you really connect the whole reading, we have, don't forget to take time out to celebrate. This is when you have the 4 pillars. It's the 1111 card. It's a 4. You have a good foundation. You have 4 pillars. It's time to take a break and celebrate. So don't forget, it's not all work and no play sort of thing. And then this is, talking about coming with your emotions there. And then again, we have, a very, career and wealth. You want to see the Emperor, so that's fantastic. But it's almost like your version of the Emperor has a second chance to do it right by having that balance, bringing in a perfect harmony without judgment. And then we have the Judgment card too. So for some of you, this could be talking about learning to be less judgmental, and for some of you it could be talking about coming more with your heart chakra, or both. And then we have, this competition, this conflict, the imbalance of the 5, and then the 5 over here. So there's definitely things that are changing. We have movement here. So during this time of change, know that Spirit's with you, just to increase your efforts. Work like that ant. They are incredible. Come with your heart chakra. Come with compassion and love, and less judgment. And that will turn things around and increase your pentacles. We even have this love stone here. All right. So if you want to know about the relationship, the love, romance, and it doesn't have to be romance, relationship of any kind, or what might be transforming in your life to bring in success and happiness, check out those readings as well. Thank you. Welcome, Capricorn, to your happiness and success reading. So whatever advice the universe might have for you to help you bring in your success or happiness. Capricorn, welcome to your reading to find out what needs to transform or what advice from the universe to bring in happiness and success. All right, so let's get to the oracle cards first. We have priorities, a number 52. Building blocks for life. Priorities. So maybe to bring in happiness, we need to start prioritizing things. We'll get some more information as we go. Trust. Leap into the unknown. Have faith and move forward. Believe you will fly. So this is a lot like the Fool. Having that trust fall with the universe. Wow. It's pretty intense when you're asking the universe, what do I need to know to bring this bring whatever this is in my life into success? Or what is going to bring me happiness? And the universe says, just take this leap of faith. It's usually you already know and you're feeling it, but you're there on the edge, All right, let's see what we have here. Freedom, eagle spirit. Wow. And then we have patience. Foggy bog. So this is almost like when things aren't very clear, in the fog, when things aren't clear, to have that patience. And then when there's clear skies, go for it. We'll see. Some of you, it might relate to the priorities. Prioritize things to give yourself more freedom, but also have patience with yourself. I'm going to get to those in a moment. We have months of the year. I pulled a month card to see maybe when this success or happiness will come in for you. We've got some charms over here. Let's get to your tarot. So 2 came out together at the first. Wow, the Ace of Pentacles with the 10 of Cups. Holy cow. So something new is coming in to bring you your happily ever after, your emotional fulfillment. So this can represent a new home, a new career. It can represent money coming in, things like that. This is for success and happiness. And it's success and happiness. Like, wow. Okay. And then clarifying, we have, wow, the 8 of Wands. So this is talking about swift movement. It says swiftness right here. This is movement. It's about communication. Like messages could be coming in, or things are going to start moving really fast. So there is something new that you're being offered, this Ace of Pentacles, and the universe is saying to trust it with that. You might have to put some priorities, prioritize things to make room for this, but I think it will give you more freedom. And you have to have the patience. When you try something new, it's not going to just be instant success. So have the patience for that as well. Let's see what we have. Okay, so the Death card. Having a death and rebirth. We're talking about what, I use the butterfly for this because it's like, what do we need to have transform in our life to bring forth change or success or happiness? And we have death. So, wow. And then we have the 10 of Wands. And this represents a 10, which is an ending of being oppressed or having a heavy burden all on your shoulders. Wow. So an end is coming to the struggle. Oh my goodness. And what do we have here? 8 of Wands again. Look at this swift movement. Oh my gosh, things are going to get... That's probably why you have to prioritize, because it's just going to start going up and, moving fast. And then we have the King of Wands here. This is, can represent a fire sign. Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. The King of Wands, he is the entrepreneur. He is he's from the passionate fire signs. So he's just like the go-getter, like, I want this. And he's the one who's going to go after whatever it is that makes him happy or brings success. That's why he's the entrepreneur. He's not going to just get the 9-to-5 job, so to speak. So this is saying, with this swift movement, harness that passion for whatever it is that you need and put some things in, prioritize your life there. Let's do underneath the deck. What do we have? The Star. Wow. And then we have, this is like prioritizing or balancing things. Harmonious change. So we're going to balance our yin and our yang. We're kind of like, we've got to put things in priority so we're not juggling and dropping what we have. And then Star, that's a lot. When you get the Star and basically like the Fool together, then you can totally trust, because the Star is when we are having hope and faith. As you can see, she's naked, so that she's very vulnerable, but she's trusting in it, and she's having faith, and she's giving everything to it, just like you would with the Fool. Wow. And then as you can see, it says harmonious change as the keyword. Okay. Let's get to your... I want to read this. I haven't gotten this one before. That is such a cool healing crystal. Snakeskin agate. Oh my gosh, that actually exists. I need to go get that. Look at this. I have some agates, but wow. Okay, so it's for strength, privacy, and self-love. Being comfortable in your own skin takes time, and snake skin agate helps you boost your self-esteem and self-awareness so you can do just that. Snake skin agate gives you the confidence to step outside your comfort zone and explore new aspects of yourself with all within your discretion. Snakeskin agate can blend in with the crowd, so if you don't want to be seen and wish to carry on with your activities in peace, this is the stone for you. This agate is available or able to facilitate a Kundalini rising and encourages full embodiment of self-love, privacy, and strength. So if things start feeling a little bit too fiery, like with the King of Wands or moving fast, you know, maybe hide in the fog here. Just take a pause, have some patience with it. You know, it's all within your comfort zone. What do we have here? So your tea leaves, grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling. Okay. Wreath, sorrow over a loss. All right, so this part here, where this is coming to an end, the heavy burden, you know, the change of a death and rebirth, going through that is, you know, can feel like a loss, because we're saying we're closing the chapter on something that needs to close so that we can make room for the new. All right, let's see what we have here. I'm going to get to these in a moment with that months of the year. Ooh, what do we have here? Amethyst. So that would be very helpful. It helps with having patience and anxiety, calming, you know, the nerves when you're having anxiety. It's a very healing stone. Oh, look, and then we have love. And house. So look at this. When we have, this is like talking about our emotional fulfillment, the Ten of Cups, you know, our happy home. And this is like our loving home, you know, the Ten of Cups. That's our emotions, our love. And then this new thing coming in, I think, is going to either give you more time so the burden's not on you. You know, maybe you're going to choose to leave your job and stay at home. Or start a business and have it be from home. Something to do. Somehow you're going to not have so many burdens, but something has to close out for that to happen. You want to, you know, balance things and, you know, be careful, make sure you're prioritizing, but the universe says definitely trust in it. And it's going to make your home life a lot more happy. And that's the whole point of this reading, is to find out what will bring in happiness or success, what's changing. All right, let's see what rune we have. opening. So this is the rune of opening. The new, the Ace of Pentacles makes me feel like, that's representing things are opening up for you to where you can drop this heavy burden. Things will be moving fast. Let's see when this is all going to take place. April. Okay, so by the spring, and we'll go ahead and get, it could have maybe something that started in the works back in April as well, and then it's going to finally come to a close now. All right, so we have 3, so that could be representing March. 11, we have 311. 11 is a master number. So those might represent something to you. Let's see, what else did we get here? And then we have kind of underneath everything to have that trust and that hope during this harmonious change. During, the prioritize building blocks for your life, prioritizing everything is kind of what this is feeling like for me. And let's see. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so we had freedom and then dropping the heavy burden. So for some of you, it could very much be, getting free from this heavy burden. It's giving you less time maybe at home, and that's why now, like, being able to drop whatever this extra thing is, maybe that's what you need to do, is prioritize things and realize, hey, I'm doing too much. I need to drop this and prioritize my life to give me some more time and freedom. This is too much of a heavy burden to carry. Sometimes it's something simple as that we have to kind of put up a boundary and choose ourselves before others, so that in turn we can have that happy home. So yeah, it might be sad if you're, like, say you volunteer somewhere or something like that, you might have sorrow in that, leaving that behind. Just be very careful and make sure you balance everything out. But it might have been something that you started doing, something extra that you picked up doing for someone in April, and it is just, it's too much, where it's putting, too much on your shoulders, because we have this, that needs to come to an end. And this is all regarding this new thing that came in and your happy home. And it's just, so it's either like communication or things are moving fast. And then because we have 2 8 of Wands. All right. So if you are wanting to know more about a relationship, check out the love reading. And if you're wanting to know more about your wealth and career, check that one out as well. And I will go ahead and catch you guys in the next one. Thank you.